as I'm just doing what's called root planing of the roots that are exposed. All right, next we're going to treat the root surfaces with a medication called EDTA. And this just etches the root surfaces and cleans it up really well so that the tissue will attach. Next we'll just irrigate it with some saline. Okay, next we actually place the pinholes. We'll do 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So these instruments are used to coronally position the tissue. And what I'm doing is I'm just being really careful to keep everything on bone. That's the sound that you hear, just to kind of push things down. And we just repeat it with 3 different sizes of instruments. So you can see how the tissue is starting to move right where we want it over those exposed root surfaces. It gets freer and freer with each pass. This little technique we call the California roll. You take it, push it, and roll it. Called the California roll because the guy that invented this is from California. In here, come to the front, and it'll just go all the way down now. By the time you get to this instrument, everything's super freed up. You've got all the release that you need, and that tissue will go right where it needs to be. Now, so these are the next sets. These are a little bit different curve to it so that it can release the papilla. They look very similar, but they have a little curve so that you can get up and underneath the papilla and work that tissue all the way down. It literally comes underneath. So that's where the tissue's going to end up, is right there. Looks good. Come over here. And each one of those papillae gets freed. You can really see it here in the front. Come all the way up there, roll it up and underneath the papilla, and that tissue goes right where I need it. I'll do that here. Roll it there, roll it here. We got total freedom. That looks great. And then come all the way back, and this one will come all the way forward. Same spots, we just double up with each area so that it's really free. At this point it goes very quickly because the tissue is so freed up. You can see, if you look at those, you can see that they're each just different length. So I use my mirror at the top to kind of push down too, to make sure that I've got the freedom that I need. And then push down. Good. Then all the instrumentation will be done. And it's ready for the collagen. So you can see here on the front, it goes all the way across over here to that area. It's all freed up and ready. And then the last 2 pinholes there, and then here. This one I don't need to go as far because there's only a couple teeth. Okay, and we're done with that. We're going to irrigate with some saline. The saline will literally come out these pinholes. These are collagen strips, and they'll be placed. I'll go through each one of those. They go in through the pinhole. I'm going to start out going distal towards the very back tooth. I'll be placing these in there. So what will happen is this collagen gets in there, and then the blood that's in this area will form around it in a clot, and it will help to create new tissue. It's called a fibrocollagenous clot, meaning the fibrin from the red blood cells in the area will coagulate like a regular blood clot around the collagen and help to form new tissue. So I put it in, and then I usually put some pressure coronally so that collagen starts to build around the teeth. So when I come back with these cotton rolls, I'll put some coronal pressure, It's going to ooze. And then I'm going to leave the cotton in there for 10 minutes.
A few moments later.
Looks awesome. All right, let me clean it up. We'll take some final pictures.